Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is part 4 of my Build Your Own Six Flags series entitled Six Flags, Six Flags. So some of you will be thinking, hang on, wait, there's a series? Well, yes, there is, but I just haven't worked on it for a long time. I think it's about 7 months, so sorry about that. So this is the pirate area, so we'll get to that in a second. So in part 1, we built the first hotel just on the left hand side here and completed the scenario. Part 2, we built the hotel on the right hand side and did the best Korea area. So each of the 6 areas are going to be based around a flag. And then part 3, then we did the Frontierland section just over here. So part 4 then was originally going to be called Pirate Playland, but the signs aren't big enough, so we're going to call it Pirate Land. So we are limited to the scenery that we have got available. So let's have a look what we've got for future. Perhaps maybe snowy. There's some pyramids, scary, alien-y. Yeah, so we're quite limited. So one thing I wanted to do with the pirate area is I wanted to have it themed around a Jolly Roger flag. So in order to do that, the aim all along was to do a maze in the style of Jolly Roger. So, and I had a lot of issues doing that, and I tried building it in the Park Designer and then saving it in, but it was really strange. It was having trouble saving it, and when I tried to load it then back in, it wouldn't do it. So I did a few designs from scratch, and then I finally managed to get one that I'm quite happy with. So it's just one continuous line through the bone at the bottom and then the skull going all the way around the top, so guests can't get lost or stuck in it. And then just down here where we've got like the teeth, this bit isn't accessible to the guests, it's just there for show. And then we've got that in the middle of a castle area as well. Underneath the castle walls, we've got a go-kart track, but it's not very exciting. So I think that's due to it being covered by a path. I know on one of Marcel's videos where he did go-karts, he did show that go-karts that are built with a large section underground have an excitement penalty. So I think the same thing's applying here. Whilst not being underground, the fact that it's underneath a path must be registering as if it's underground. So I've built the whole moat as well, connected into the central lake going around the castle. And then we've got what are they called? River rafts just going around, moat boats. Decent excitement on that. Very large capacity. We've got, what have we got? 31 boats, 4 passengers per boat. And then in the middle then we've got a pier with 2 pirate ships either side. So I wanted to make it look like they're sort of moored on the pier. Now this one, I suppose it doesn't look like much, but technically it's quite interesting. Well, for me it is anyway. So having this pier coming down like that could present a bit of an issue for the guest pathing and for the AI, because what will happen is the guests will come down the pier, and then if they're up this area and they want to go back to the start, which is over there, they won't have the AI to be able to go around. So what they'll do is they'll try and head in a straight line. So in order to combat that, let's hide scenery. So as you can see, the guests are heading down one way and then heading back the other way. So I've got these set up as one-way paths. So when the guest comes down here, they can't go down the first exit because there's a no entry sign. They either go on to the first pirate ship or they come onto the next bit of path. They either go on to the second pirate ship or they have to come back. They can't go onto that exit. So they don't get lost and stuck down the bottom. So that's pretty cool. And then just over here then we've got the standout ride in this area of the park, Black Bart wooden coaster. So it's got a nice long diagonal chain lift up into the first drop, head chopper, back up and around, again diagonals just under a couple of head chopper elements just over here. I've redesigned this little area a few times, trying to get the block breaks in areas to enable the trains to move very slowly and not very smoothly, and not have to stop whilst they're out and about. And then another drop down around, had to rejig the train going around the park, and then back, a few twists and turns, and then back to the station via a water splash. So I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. Decent excitement on it. One thing I have said all along is I'm not going to go too heavy on trees and things like that in Classic, because in Classic you have to place them one by one. Now I am going to do 99% of this in Classic, but once I'm finished and I'm happy with all the rides and the scenery that I've got down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to import it into Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and I am going to put down trees using that, because there is like a tree spamming tool. So instead of putting one down at a time, you could put down 20 or 30 down at a time. So that's going to save me a huge amount of time. And then that leaves then this area, this side of the park. So it's just under half of the park is left. So we're going to have an area sort of maybe here, an area here in the middle, and then the sixth and final area just down there. And maybe one of those areas, probably not the fourth area, but maybe the fifth and sixth area can utilize some of the lake in the middle. And so that's where you guys come in. So I'm going to need some sort of ideas on what areas I can build around. So I'm going to want something based on a flag, because that's the whole point of the park. Six Flags. So yeah, so if you can give me some ideas on what I can go for. So we've got the Roman, Greek theming, we've got the pyramids. We've already used the wooden stuff quite a lot. We used a bit on the Pirate Land and also on the Frontier Land. I'm going to try and avoid that. We did use a little bit of the sort of industrial theming on the Best Korea section, so we could use a bit of that again over this side. It's far enough away that we can use it without it looking too samey, I think. But other than that, I'm quite happy with how it's turned out, considering how long it's taken to do. I've started and restarted this area quite a few times, and then gone back and scrapped what I've done and started again. But I'm happy now. It's done. We can move on to the next section. So hopefully you enjoyed my Pirate Land, as it is called. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.